Alright, drone nerds, got a really exciting drone to show you today. This is one of the newest offerings from Parrot. This is the Parrot ANAFI AI. Now this drone is focused on inspection and survey and has some really unique features that I'd love to walk through with you. This is the first off-the-shelf 4G capable drone. Now this drone boasts a 32-minute flight time and some incredibly unique features built throughout this drone that actually make this one of the best phototelemetry drones out there. So just as you would think, you would add a SIM card to the device you're flying with, iPad or an iPhone in that sense, connect together, you're able to fly if there was a battery that could do it infinitely. But it's more of thinking there's no real interference in the way of this. So if you're flying the drone with normally either a Wi-Fi connection or a remote connection in that sense, you could be able to fly maybe behind a building or somewhere, and again, this is BLOS, like this is, if there's a waiver and such, but if you're able to fly to where there's interference or a building in the way and you have loss of sight in that sense too, or just interference maybe from a 5G tower, instead of having to rely on the connection from the controller to the drone, the controller and the device connect up to the 4G network and then down as just the drone connects to the 4G network and they connect to each other. Now there's some really interesting long flights and endurance flights that Parrot has done with this with those waivers. So definitely looking over this drone, there's definitely a unique shape and design on this. And one of the most notable features is this interesting gimbal setup. So at the very front, you have the 48 megapixel camera, and then you have two connected stereo vision optical avoidance sensors. As you can see, these unique gimbals look up or look down, or can actually look all the way behind the drone or directly in front. The Parrot AI has an IP rating of X3, so that is a full, if you're flying this drone out at a mapping mission and it starts to rain, you can bring this back in that rain and not have to worry about it. The X also refers to no dust on there, so just a waterproof rating of IPX3. Now this 48 megapixel camera on the front is designed for phototelemetry. Normally you would fly like a classic Mavic 2 that would have a 20 megapixel camera and you'd fly at a certain height. This you can fly 1.5 times higher and still get that same quality image for phototelemetry. Something really exciting and even more to speak about this being a drone meant for phototelemetry is Pix4D is part of the Parrot family. So you have the brains of this software giant built into these drones. Cybersecurity is a big feature of the new Parrot AI. So a secure element is made inside of this device and there is an encryption between the connection of the controller and the drone, and not just via their Wi-Fi connection, but also through the 4G connection to both of them. So a very secure drone, especially in a time and place when that is a big factor, with a lot of these being used over public space or more federally regulated space, including power lines and places you would need to use for inspection. So this drone has a really fast deployment time of 60 seconds out the box, unfolded, ready to go. Get out there and finish that phototelemetry mission quickly. So with the AI, there is the new Sky Controller 4. So this really beautifully designed new Parrot controller has a really interesting ergonomics and ways that the cords tuck into certain locations. You're able to open it up where you can fit a full modern iPad inside of here, and actually Parrot on their website provides the schematics for full 3D printing for even larger iPads and such, but it kind of has almost like a Nintendo Switch kind of connection to it, but super slick controller. Big fan of all the style points of it, as well as this is very professional in the way that it's built, and you can feel the toughness of this right here. So Sky Controller 4, big fan. So who did Parrot make this drone for? If you're into an industry that is using drones for mapping, survey, or phototelemetry of any kind, this drone is made for you. That 48 megapixel camera, autonomous flight, and 4G connectivity, this drone has been designed exactly for those use cases. All right, folks, hey, thanks again for joining us today on another exciting product. If this suits your needs and you need some more detailed questions, please reach out to us at experts@dronenerds.com. And hey, thanks again. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.